I had to introduce my dad. And so my mom wrote the bio. And so I'm reading it, and I was like, oh, yeah, like the number 2 first-round draft pick. And I said, huh? And the whole room, of course, erupted in laughter because they could tell.
This is born to the game where legacy speaks in every beat and rhyme. The passion it peaks. We're writing our own verse in this timeless song. With swagger in our stride, this is where we belong. Born to the game, carrying the flame. Echoes of the past, but it's a new name. Through highs and lows, we rise and proclaim. This is born to the game where legacy speaks for itself.
Welcome to Born to the Game, produced by Arca Media Group in collaboration with Inflection Network and distributed through iHeartRadio. This is the space where the children of iconic athletes, entertainers, and cultural figures share the truth behind legacy, not just what their parents did, but who they were and how that legacy continues. Today's guest carries one of the most unique legacies we've ever featured.
Her father, Wayman Tisdale, was a standout NBA player and a gifted jazz musician whose music reached people far beyond basketball.
But more than his accolades, he was known for joy, the way he loved, laughed, smiled, and lived. Please welcome Danielle Tisdale.
Welcome.
Hey, girl. I really want to
hello.
scream, but as y'all can tell,
Don't scream, please.
It's kind of rough in here. But hey, sis.
Welcome.
girl.
Welcome.
We're so
welcome.
happy to have you
Hey,
join
cousin.
us.
Right.
Yeah, and this, we always call other NBA kids cousins.
Oh, I love it.
And that's
Yes.
my cousin.
Yes.
So glad to have you with us.
I'm happy to be here.
All the way, you just got back from
Tulsa?
Tulsa.
Yes.
It was a long journey back, but
Yep.
you're here. We got some beautiful weather.
Yes.
It's gorgeous.
It's
LA is
gorgeous.
gorgeous right about now.
Yes.
Like, woo.
Yes.
Feeling like springtime.
Okay.
Okay. It's nice. Got some sun hitting the skin. So we're going to dive into just your life being Wayman Tisdale's daughter. So when was the first time you realized dad was a big deal in the NBA world?
I would probably have to say it was probably middle school in Scottsdale. And that was when my dad was playing with the Suns. And there, we had like something like a pep rally because it was a school that was from preschool all the way through 12th grade. So we had a pep rally, but it was like in like partnership with FCA, which is at the time was the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. And so I had to introduce my dad. And so my mom wrote the bio. And so I'm reading it, and I was like, oh, yeah, like the number 2 first-round draft pick. And I said, huh? And the whole room, of course, erupted in laughter because they could tell that was the first time I figured out that or received that piece of information. So it was middle school. So I think that was 7th grade.
7th grade.
7th grade.
That's actually a really funny story to like realize that your dad
As you're reading,
had
you're
a
like,
lot of stuff going on.
Yeah,
two
like-
draft
You was
pick.
looking like, wait a minute. When did this happen?
Yeah.
Like, why didn't y'all tell me this?
Yeah, I was always a basketball fan because I'm a daddy's girl.
Yeah.
So, like, I was always trying to go to a game or go to practice. So I was, well aware of what was going on as far as the game. But I just didn't put the 2 together for
Right.
whatever reason.
So he did go. So you did go to practice with your dad.
Oh, I'll do everything
Good.
I could.
Okay. Yeah.
Did you get a lot of new best friends after you read the bio?
Of course. But, what was so strange about the school, though, it was like a lot of like high profile like children, like Glenn Campbell's kids were in my class. Like it was
Yeah.
just it
So
was
it
a
was a
different
norm,
yeah,
I
like
guess.
it was a couple of guys that played baseball because
Yeah.
Arizona, a lot of like I didn't know at the time, but a lot of athletes retire there. So their kids we were all just kind of in school together.
So do you have a favorite memory of watching him play that you can remember?
Yes.
Okay.
I was this was right before he retired. I was in the 8th grade, and I got to go on a road trip because the Colangelos were really cool. That was the owners of the team. They like were really family oriented. So like, if we could travel with the team. So I got to go to Dallas. My dad's sister was there, so I got to visit cousins and family. And I'll never forget he shot the winning point. and I was there, and that
So,
was really cool.
What was your reaction? You're like, that's my
Yeah,
dad.
I completely lost it, and it was so cool because it was like an assist from Jason Kidd. He was the point guard at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and in the interview, he was just like, Wayman's always been a scorer. I knew who to get the ball. I knew who I had to get the ball to.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, that's so cool. Because
Yeah.
my dad, we started out in a small market,
Mm-hmm.
so we didn't win a lot. So, like, when we got to Phoenix, he finally got to win.
Yeah.
Because, like, Boston wanted him before that was the last trade. A couple of teams were trying, and he was just like, before I leave, I want to go somewhere and win.
Where you going?
I don't even care if I play a lot. Because at the time, the Suns were stacked. It was like Charles Barkley, Mike Finley, Steve Nash,
Wow.
Dan Marley. It's just like they were loaded.
Mm-hmm.
So that was really special because he was like a super vet by that time, but he won the game.
Did you have a player that was your favorite outside of your dad? Or,
Oh, absolutely.
Like, did you have little crushes? I know I did.
Oh, absolutely.
Allen Iverson.
Oh, absolutely.
Ray Allen. So who was yours?
Kobe Bryant.
Oh, wow.
Like, who else? Like, posters on my wall, always Kobe. I actually have a picture from me and being in the tunnel because we were playing the Lakers. And my dad was like, oh, God, you want me to walk to the other side? And I was like, yes, take me to the other side.
Take me now.
Of the
right
gym
now.
so I can go
Yes.
meet. Because if anybody knows, the guys are on opposite sides of the
Right.
arena.
Mm-hmm.
So he walked me over because it was like a Christmas game.
Mm-hmm.
I remember I hopped in that picture so quick.
Wow.
Little kissy.
Do you
face.
still have it?
Uh-huh. And my cousins were with me because they were so excited because they got to meet. They wanted to meet Shaquille, and Shaquille like palmed one of my cousins' heads, and he was like, "Oh my God, his hands are so big!" And
Yeah.
like they have all these memories, but I just was trying to get close to Kobe Bryant.
Girl, I mean,
That's a memory. Now that is a memory.
Kobe's iconic. So.
Yes.
Yeah, he was probably, and of course MJ, because we got to live through that era. He was like he was what LeBron was. So like it was just,
Yeah.
if you love the sport, it was like literally watching magic happen.
Yeah.
So that was also always a thing. I would always get to go, even if it was a school night, to see the Bulls play.
So, what were some of the challenges that you faced with Dad being part of the NBA?
Like Tamara said, just wondering if people really wanted to be your friend.
Yeah.
Or if they were just interested in proximity, you know? And just being awkward because also at the time, like, you know, I'm about to age myself, it's the 90s and the early 2000s, so it's like...
That's our era too.
Yeah.
So you good.
Yeah, we all in here together.
that at the time, like, we lived in areas that weren't necessarily highly integrated.
Okay.
So, like, just going through awkward changes,
When you say awkward changes, what do you mean?
just like adolescent,
Okay.
growing up,
Yeah.
liking boys, but
Yeah.
but none of the boys look like
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Not to
You're probably
mention,
taller
well,
than
I was saying, not to mention, we
everybody.
already a foot taller than
Yeah,
all
you
of
taller
them.
than everybody, girl. I know.
It's all the things, and
know.
it's like, okay. So
Yeah.
that was one of the things that was a challenge. And I also like, don't blame them because I feel like our parents, a lot of them especially, were like, you know, first generation wealth. So like they were just they wanted to give us more than they had. And so whatever that looked like, they wanted to provide it, whether it
Yeah.
would be the best schools, the best dance classes,
Yeah.
whatever we wanted to do, they wanted to support it to the like full extent. So
Yeah.
I would say that is hard, but with that's the crutch because it's like we all grew up with this like fictitious safety net.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like,
Yeah.
you know.
The media wasn't the same as it was back then compared to what it is now. Did you experience the negative side of the media surrounding your dad when you were growing up in it? I'm curious.
Now that part would stink too.
Okay.
Because in Sacramento he was the franchise. And like, honey,
Yeah.
when I say like we couldn't buy a game,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it was rough for a while.
Yeah.
I remember coming to school and this guy, I can't remember, some kid, he's just like, yeah, they said your dad and his teammates are really stinking it up and they don't even know why he's getting paid the way he's getting paid. And I'm sitting here thinking like, bruh, I'm just asking this guy to take me to the mall after school or
Yeah,
something. Like, I don't care
yeah,
about his job.
yeah.
Like, you talking about my dad's job
Yeah.
performance. I don't
You're like, I don't
care
I
about
don't care
that.
about it like that.
And all he's doing is
Okay.
repeating what he heard his mom
Yeah,
or dad
exactly,
say.
or
Literally.
some reporter.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that part of it would be different. And I'm grateful it's not as quick as it was. But I also, on the flip of it, I feel like it's a two-edged sword because now with it being so fast, I like that the guys do have a platform with socials to just be able to be like, that's not what I meant.
Yeah.
I said this.
Yeah.
They changed my words. Because you have to think back in the 90s, it would just be like the reporter could write whatever they wanted.
And that was it.
And it was stuck to you.
Yeah. But so even through those times, your dad, the highs and the lows, your dad is known for someone who carried joy through it all. So how was that? Like, was that how he's always been? You know, just always just being so positive and uplifting. Is that always how you remembered him being?
That was truly who he was.
Yeah.
Like, he was just a good time. I remember friends asking, like, does he get grumpy when they lose?
Yeah.
And I said, if that was the case, we would never have a good day
Yeah.
for a moment, you know. But he was always jovial, and he was always a guy to see the glasses half full and not half empty.
Yeah.
And if there was any way to make someone smile or make someone feel valued or like they mattered,
Yeah.
he was going to do it. Strangely enough, after he passed, he was inducted to the Oklahoma Hall of Fame. And this lady came to me and she said, my son met your dad when he was, your dad was like a freshman in college, and we knew someone who worked at Lloyd Noble Arena, so we got him to come in, and she was like, your dad was there before practice and after. So after, he saw my son sitting in the rafters, and he came up and sat and talked with them, and, you know, they had a moment, and she said it was so interesting then because she said to be such a young man, he had such an emotional compass that it was just like, wow, this is a cool kid.
Yeah.
And so I just feel like, I said all that to say that's just who he was.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't, that's just him. It wasn't like an act. So naturally, he was always just happy to be alive.
Yes. And had the best smile.
Yeah.
That's the first thing Dad always says when he talks about your father. Wayman had the best smile.
Yeah.
Just filled with so much joy, and it lit up every room. So as he's transitioning out of basketball and he's going into music now, can you talk us to, or at least before I hand it off to Tamara, tell us when his love for music started. Did it start before basketball, during basketball? Like, how did you see him transition from being this big superstar NBA player to now a jazz musician?
Well, music was always a thing for us in our house. My dad was the baby, so he was the tallest. My grandpa was a minister, and so my dad was like, I would think between 8th grade and 9th grade, he almost literally grew a foot. And so he was like, I don't want to sing in no choir, but everybody knows if you're a PK, you got to serve at church. So my grandpa came home from the thrift store, he bought a bass, and he handed it to him, and he said, well, since you don't want to sing, figure out how to play it. Wow. So he taught himself how to play. So if the truth be told, basketball made room for music. So everybody thinks it's the other way around. And the music bug was always there.
Wow.
It's so funny. I was talking to a friend of ours, dad. I was talking to Herb Williams. And Herb was like, yeah, we would be leaving. He was a rookie. We'd be like in New York, and he'd be leaving like shoot around to go to like sessions, like, you know, studio sessions with Miles Davis, or he had a friend that knew like Luther Vandross, and like he just was doing whatever he could to be like in and out. So it was always a thing because he was telling and then I didn't know he played at their wedding because he was like, he had a band, and he was like, he told him like, oh, my friend can play, let him play.
Wait, he was playing at Herb's wedding?
He played, yes. Yep, in Miss Denver. So it was like, all these stories are so cool because I'm like, oh, so this really was always a present thing. Anybody who knew him knew that music was always very, very close.
Wow.
So do you remember why he chose basketball then? If you're saying it's the other way around, when did basketball come into play? His height, or what was it?
Yeah, he was just really good.
Yeah.
He could just really score.
And maybe was it a way out? Because I remember you saying they were the first generation of
Yeah,
experiencing wealth.
And he loved it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was just like the thing with music, he got better over time. Basketball, he just was good.
Just
And he did grow
naturally
a
good,
foot. Yeah, and
just
he did grow a
naturally.
foot. So he went from like being 5'8" to 6'8" one summer. But my uncles, my Uncle Weldon and my Uncle William, they were already playing ball. And so they were like, oh, no, you got to play. You already taller than us. And, you know, just little brother, like, come on. So they kind of made him play. He played 8th grade year. He really stunk. He did. The only point he scored was for the other team, and he won the game.
I
No,
did
he
that
did.
once. I did that.
But
I
it's
scored
okay,
for
you
their team.
score.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Still winning the hoop.
Yeah, and they were like, he used to tell this story when he would go to school. So he was like, oh, he's so sorry. He sucks. He said they were eating him up. And he said, but all that did was
Motivated.
that was fuel to the
Yeah.
fire, because he said, all right, cool. I'm going to come back next year and I'm going to play varsity.
Period.
Wow.
So he like, I'm going to be a freshman, but I'm going to play varsity.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, yeah, whatever. He stinks. He lost the game. He's like, but that was like his teammates was crying and mad at him. Like everybody was
Can't
pissed.
have no friends.
No, because he was like, he said, I was literally sitting on the end of the bench, not paying attention. That's why I scored in the wrong bucket or whatever. But yeah, so he decided, like, he set a goal and he like superseded it. And then it was just like, he became this like offensive threat. And like, after he passed, I started to go back and watch college, and it's like, you know, it's a trip because it's like little shorts, no 3-point line. It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, you guys are out there savages.
Yeah.
Like, what is going on?
Don't get my daddy started.
Okay.
Because he was like, these are the amount of points I scored without that 3-point line.
Hello?
So imagine
Yes.
if we had it.
That's the same way.
Yeah.
My dad, I can't remember when his record was broken, because in his documentary, Michael Jordan says that like my dad was arguably the best college player of all time. He had 61 points in the game. So that means he was like
Lighting 'em up.
23 for 25 with continuation. So it was like perfect. So it was no 3 points. He just was lighting them up. So
Wow.
I'm with your daddy. It's the game.
Look,
Is
don't
it's
get
not
him started.
the
Look, don't get him
started.
same. Yeah.
So did you realize how rare that was? How rare your dad was to dominate in two huge entertainment industries?
Yes. I totally did, but I guess because it was our day to day,
Yeah.
it just felt so normal, you know?
Yeah.
But in hindsight, and now that I'm also an adult and you know how it's like finding your purpose and deciding what you want to do and who you want to be is such a thing, to have the ability and the favor to actually have like be great at two things.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a unicorn.
Yeah. So what did that teach you for yourself?
For myself, it just gives me the confidence and the courage to chase my dreams and to do what he did, set goals and just crush them, just take things, you know, one day at a time, one moment at a time. But it just gives me the confidence to feel like it's possible.
That you can do and be
That I
more
can-
than one thing.
Yep. And that you don't have to be confined to boxes that people want to put you in. Like, you can really pave your own way, because nobody in a million years would have thought he would have gone from being the number 2 draft pick to having top 5 jazz records, jazz albums.
It just doesn't even
Yeah.
sound like it sounds crazy.
It's like, where's the correlation?
it literally
right?
does. It sounds crazy, but it's not. It's only crazy until you actually
Until
do
it happens, right?
Yeah, until you actually do it. That's amazing. So, looking back, now that you see that he's dominated these two industries, or I shouldn't say industry, the entertainment industry, because he had two genres. But how did he define success?
My dad really defined success by us. He was a family man.
His children.
And his
Wow.
children, his wife, like anybody who knew him would say like, oh, Wayman is about Gina and those kids. Like,
And that is a fact. Like,
Like,
from the outside looking in, that is a fact.
that's really, we were
Yes.
just this unit. And I remember once he started like headlining the Smooth Jazz Cruise, it was like a comedian was teasing and he was like, you guys are always like a little pack. That's his deal. You guys are just like, it's one sister, then I see your brother, then I see your other sisters. And he just really taught us that. And, you know, Mariah knows too. Growing up away from your family, because you live in these different cities working, you have your few cousins that get to come, but for the most part, it's you and your sibling. It's your, like your intermediate, you know, nucleus. So that was what he really valued the most, was making sure that we were okay and that we didn't have a care. So for him, I feel like his vehicle to provide was just that, just a vehicle. Like whatever it looked like, he wanted to take care of us. he and my mom were high school sweethearts. So it was like he was very young and had a family because when I came in college, so everybody would just be like, he's like really serious about like his wife and his kid, you know. So funny the other day when he was in Sacramento, someone sent me a clip of him doing an interview with Chick Hearn. And Chicky, I love him. He was just like, you know, going on and on about his smile. And then he was just like, oh, so is your family here? And immediately my dad talked about me and Tiffany. And so it was never like, we were never like in the background. Because you know how you see some celebrities or some entertainers and you're like, he got a whole family? Like, it's like, you
Never
know,
knew.
you never would know. But I would say he definitely based his success on what he was able to do, like personally, more than anything he could do, you know, on in his career.
And I think it's important, and I'm so glad that you brought that up because people will automatically assume him being an NBA player, you're talking about monetary things that he could provide for you, but it's much bigger than that. He was able to bring you safety.
There you go.
He nurtured you, your mother, his children, and that is something that holds with you forever. Has nothing to do with the monetary things.
No.
That wasn't the most valuable thing that you gained from him.
No.
So I think it's so special that you say that.
Oh no, that was it. I remember he come off a 12-game like road trip, and he'd tell my mom to sleep in. He'd be up, and we'd be like, "Dad's home!" Like it was like, you know, like the vibes were up because he wanted to party. Like, and that just means like breakfast and like loud music, and so you know we would always go to school happy because they'd be like, "These guys are a little hyper already." But he would always start the day with a smile and a prayer, and we just go after it.
Do you remember watching his last game, his last NBA game?
Yes.
What that moment was like for you?
Yes. It was, if I'm not mistaken, it's a little fuzzy because I was like middle school, but if I'm not mistaken, it was when so sad, Robert Horry shot us out of the playoffs.
It was Robert Horry?
Girl, it's always Robert
It was
Horry.
Robert
Oh my
Horry?
God, girl, in the Houston Rockets.
The Robert Oyer
Not
shade.
Roberts. Not Roberts. Okay.
Rob,
Dang,
every
Rob.
time,
Every
honey.
time.
And it's like, and the thing about Rob, I feel like he's so special and such like this phenomenal like scorer because that he was like playoff shorty. That's when he showed up. That's when you had to be worried about Robert Horry. Like all season, it's like, okay, cool. He do his thing. But playoff Robert Horry, it was like he transformed into this machine. And it was amazing to watch it, like in real time, like in hindsight. But it was just like, this is crazy. He's not gonna miss one.
Yeah. He never does.
So what was that moment like? Like once they're out of the playoffs, then what? When you go home?
Like the season's over with.
Season's over.
Career's over.
Well, part of me was excited because I knew like the previous spring, my grandpa had passed. And I knew after that, my dad was like, and he was 13 years in, so he was like, kind of ready to be done.
Yeah.
But I remember, because like we said, home was everything. If I had them, I didn't care about the NBA. Not like that. Like, I mean, it's a fraternity, and I knew, like, I don't know how it goes, so I knew it would always be love. And because of my dad's character and who he was, the door would always be open there if we wanted to do anything, go any game, do all that stuff. So that was never a thing. So I remember it was the end of an era, but like literally the season ended. That was playoffs, so it was either like May. By that summer, like by June, we were in a tour bus hitting like the jazz circuit. Like it had like
wild.
like, and I say like not skip a beat.
Yeah.
Like, just smooth transition. So it was kind of like, okay, well, I
On
guess
to the next
On
thing.
to the next.
I was
On
like,
to the next
so then it
major,
went, it went from being in like family rooms to being in green rooms.
Wow.
Yeah, like, all right.
Family room to green room. I love that.
Wow. Wow.
Well, I think let's play a game because I
let's
do
do it.
want to talk to you about how you are handling grief, loss, and continuing on after he passed away. But let's first take a little break, and then we'll dive back into talking about that. Okay? Okay. So before we move on to the next segment, I want to play a quick game 2 truths and a lie. Tamara, we have to figure out which one is a lie.
the lie?
Whatever
Okay.
Danny says is a lie. Let's see.
I went to college at 17.
Okay.
I have 2 brothers. And I got my dad his first endorsement deal on the music side.
Damn.
What was the second one?
I have 2 brothers.
And the first one was you went to college at 17?
Yes.
Wait, I'm like, let me. I'm like, wait a minute.
Am I really stumping you guys? This is good.
Wait,
Nope, both wrong.
wait.
You got
that's
your
a
dad a-
lie. Bubba?
That's it.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lie.
I said I have 2 brothers.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's the lie,
Oh, yeah, well, yes.
right? That's
Oh, yeah, she's right.
So I'm
Sorry,
right.
I'm back.
Oh, it's me.
yeah.
yeah. That's what I'm about to
back.
say.
No,
Wait a
right, I'm
second,
backwards.
y'all.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was counting. I was
Yeah, you was like, that's why you.
I was like, Danny, Tiff, Gabby, Bubba.
Yeah,
There's
that's
no
the one.
2 brothers.
Perfect. So you won.
Damn.
Yeah. See, I know the family tree. Make me question myself.
You got another.
Do you have another one?
Okay.
Okay.
I was born in Tulsa. I write music
Okay.
and I played volleyball in high school. You guys got it.
I was about to say, I know you were born in Tulsa, but you write music.
Yes.
I figured
Okay,
that.
Yeah. I mean,
figured
come
you
from
would write
such
music.
a dynamic music household.
What kind of
it
music
makes
do
sense.
you create?
R&B, some jazz, but mainly rhythm and blues. Yeah.
You can sing a little bit too, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's like a hidden talent of yours. I can't remember when I found out,
Yes.
but you sing.
Uh-huh.
So
Like just so humbly. You're like, yeah.
So have you ever thought about pursuing?
I write a lot. So, and I've done stuff with my dad. But yeah, I still like do session work. So like I'm on
nice.
songs and things like that. And I write for other artists and stuff.
Can we talk about the first endorsement deal that you got for your
Yeah.
dad?
Okay.
Quickly.
I was in 6th grade. We moved to Phoenix, and I was on the swing set with my friend, my newly found friend. Her name was Marianne. She's super cool. And we were out just hanging out, and she comes to me, and she's like, my family heard that your dad, is a musician. And, she was like, do you think your dad would want to, like, be endorsed by, like a guitar company? And I was like, I don't know. I was like, what's a guitar company? She's like, Fender. And she said, my grandpa and my dad worked there. But, cool. Come to find out, her dad and her grandpa were the president and the CEO. Yeah. So, I got my dad. I got him his first endorsement deal.
I hope he cut you a check.
Right? So let me tell you, I was milking that. I was milking that
You
thing
should
for
have.
like every time I wanted to go to the mall, anytime I
Yeah.
wanted to get anything or do anything. Like, Dad, you don't have to buy guitars now.
Okay.
So at least I'm saving you thousands
Well,
of
for
dollars.
both of you
So-
all, like the little
Yeah.
girl too, that knew to
Yeah.
go up to.
That's true. Such a young age.
It was crazy because I remember she was telling me, and I wasn't just like, my dad PK. We grew up with like rhythm and blues and like gospel music growing up. So like she's like, yeah, we represent Bon Jovi, and like I was like, oh, okay.
Just
So yeah,
casually.
I'm not thinking anything of
Yeah.
it. So I'm like, all right, cool. But remember I told you about the school we went to in Phoenix?
Yeah.
So, so then my dad comes home. He's like, your friend's dad, they kind of owned Fender Baby. And I was like,
Oh, I have friends.
I was
like, I said, isn't that good, Dad? He's like, it's actually great. And so they worked it out. And until he passed, that was who made his guitars, because my dad was left-handed. So all his stuff had to be custom.
Wow.
So, yes. And so, like, all my siblings have a song named after them, but his serial code for all his basses is my birthday. So I tell everybody I was a part of every song. So you guys want to, like,
Daddy's girl through and through.
Yes.
100%.
Wow.
Still.
Wow.
Yes. You are a daddy's girl through and through. And I know Wayman is the light of your world, your entire family's world. How was that losing him?
I can only describe it as the first time in my life where I felt like the music stopped.
Okay.
Like, abruptly.
Yeah.
So it was just like, like an outer body experience where you
Yeah.
feel like this could not be happening.
Yeah.
Because like people in life, and I feel very blessed because still to have them when I did, but it's like you hear all these stories of like childhood trauma.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful to God and to them because they were young, but they had the wherewithal to do what they needed to do for us because, like, that wasn't my story. So, like, I didn't have to start literally figuring out life until I was 20, almost 25 was when he passed. So, I was very young. So, that was the first time because when I say, like, my daddy was the QB of our household, he got me my internship at People Magazine. He got me my first job when I started working as a stylist here in LA. Like, he always was Mr. Connect the Dots. So, like I was saying previously, his measure of success was how he could provide for us. That is what he would always tell Tiff, like, somebody got to make the donuts. So he was always big on just providing opportunity. So I would definitely say that was like the first time in my life where I felt like, okay, so what do we do now? What do I do with these hands?
Yeah. So what part of him do you feel connected to now?
I would have to say still like his love and his joy and his heart. Because even when it got hard, those were the things that I would say he wouldn't want us to lose.
It's okay, baby.
Just take a breath.
Take your time. Here you go. Hold on. I'm going to stop this.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Take your time.
But yeah, I would just say to the spirit and that's the legacy, the love and the light and the joy. And that's the thing that I try to the most to stay grounded or connected to.
So when you are carrying joy forward the way that your dad did for you guys, what's one thing in particular that you do that reminds yourself of your dad? Any like joyous activity or?
Anytime I'm writing music, anytime I'm in the studio, I feel like I'm definitely getting a little ancestral push from him there. Anytime I'm in like that space, for sure. Yeah, I would say music makes me feel still the most connected to him in his absence. Also, like by default, March Madness. Like it's like even like I remember when I first started dating a guy, and he was just like, "This is so interesting that like like you're like really knee deep in all of this." Because I was like, "Oh, it's turning time."
Yeah.
Like turn the TV
You Oklahoma, you got your Oklahoma jerseys on.
You already know,
ready.
ready
Yeah.
to go. So
Yeah.
I would say like music can still ball, and maybe those are the things naturally. Just his passions, the things that I learned a lot from him from.
So grief comes in waves,
Oh,
right?
absolutely. That
Yeah.
is my like analogy for it.
So what do people not tell you about grief?
Yeah. And how do you handle it when it kind of smacks you in the face.
Well, the thing about grief that people don't tell you is that grief is the price of love.
Mm-hmm.
If you know, how long do you love?
Yeah.
That's
If you love forever,
Perfect.
so then you grieve
Perfect
forever.
Yeah.
example. Perfect
Yeah.
example.
So that's the best way that I can say it. And I say what you say, that it comes in waves.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's very close, where I can hear something, I can smell something. And then sometimes it's further away, where I can smile about it,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
So being the oldest sibling, did you feel like you had a duty to grieve in a certain way and on behalf of your siblings?
Yes, absolutely. As the oldest, Tiff likes to think she's the family manager. It's me. I definitely would say I tried to be strong for them, for sure, and for my mother, you know, because she had them the longest.
Yeah.
So I would definitely say that, for sure, that I probably would have, like, loved to have the compass to know that, like, it's okay, and also to know, like, to have the wherewithal to know that it's never going away. So there's no amount of self-medicating.
Yeah.
There's no amount of flight, because I'm the
Yeah.
queen of flight. Like, some people are fight or flight. Like, I'm the type of girl that I'll go book a flight somewhere right now.
Is that how you coped with
Oh,
it?
absolutely.
Okay.
Work.
Okay.
I worked. I, like, dug my head in, was working. So that's how I did it, which wasn't the most healthy in hindsight.
Yeah.
So if I were able to give anybody, like, a playbook, is just to be good to yourself and to be gracious with your feelings and your emotions and to feel your feelings. And it's okay however you feel it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
show up as yourself. But definitely don't run. Don't run like I did.
Right.
Because life has a way of making you have to sit with it and look at it in the face, for sure.
Did you find an outlet, or were there outlets that you turned to? Since
Yes.
you said you can't, medicate, you can't do that. So what did you
Yeah.
do?
I started therapy. And I feel like
Wonderful.
therapy is so healthy. And I know in our community, it's still a little taboo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
a lot taboo.
The thing is, and I wish we would take some of those stigmas away, because the thing about it, once you start, it's almost like AI. Because if you have a good therapist, they're not
yes.
talking a lot.
Yeah.
You're talking.
It's a way for you to just get it out.
Get it out.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell people who have never had the courage to try, you know? And I know it takes courage to do that, because it's hard to, like, regurgitate what you're thinking, you know?
I'm a therapy queen. I will preach it from the rooftop. I think everyone should get into it if they can, but obviously you going to therapy grieving your dad is different than obviously me going to therapy talking about other things. Do you think it helps having footage or you could Google him, like Google pictures of him, like
I
footage to
love
go
that.
back and watch? Okay.
I love that. It took
Yeah.
me, and I can keep it real, it took me a long time to even listen to his music, because it was
Okay.
just too painful.
Yeah.
But as time went on, it became very comforting.
Okay.
And then I would feel like, you know, like I'd be driving, and then, you know, he'd pull up in my shuffle, and I would just have to be
Wow.
like, okay, this
Hey,
is a song.
Dad.
Yeah, hey,
This is
Dad, how you doing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna quit changing the song.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna listen to the song, and I'm gonna feel the feelings, and I'm gonna have the moment, because I also feel like that is, like, also the biggest blessing that we have that, because some of my friends who, like, have lost their parents, they lost them so young, or they didn't have these things to where, like, I can, like you said, get on YouTube and find college footage. I can find whatever I want.
Yeah.
So I will say it took me a while in my grief journey to get to that place. But now I see it as like you said, a love tap. Like, if I see a 23 somewhere, or
Yeah.
I'm just always like, oh, okay.
And it's a way for you to still be connected and feel like you're
In a
Absolutely.
connected
huge
with
way.
him. Yeah.
I mean, wow, what
Major.
a gift to have this
Yeah.
music, which will live on past all of
Yep.
us.
Exactly. That's real.
Yeah.
The footage, the music.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, we want to talk a little bit about what you're doing.
Yes.
and your fashion. You're a
Yes.
fashionista,
Yeah.
you know.
So when did fashion start? Like when did you get hit by the fashion bug and then also you're a menswear, right?
Yes.
Which is very different, I think, for, being a woman. So tell us about your journey
Well,
in men's fashion.
it also stems back to dad and being a daddy's girl. So back when they were in the league, they had to dress up to work. And so this is when they definitely couldn't find anything off the rack. So my dad would have swatches. Tailors would send swatches. And it was just like little pieces of fabric here and there. And I remember he would get them and he would be like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And so as I begin to get older, I would sit with them. So I would be like, let me see what you got, what you working with. And so I would start to play with his swatches. And then I would, put things together and like, no, get this shirt with this. And I would tell him what to do. So he saw that I was really good. And I've always been a girly girl. It drive him insane because I would sit on the bench with my legs crossed playing ball. But because I tell people I love the game by default because I was just a daddy's girl. Like I don't even know if I really love ball as much as I love Wayman Tisdale. Like I don't know, but it was the thing. So, he started getting me magazine subscriptions.
Oh, cool.
So I remember I was like 14. He got me like Vogue and like InStyle, and so I started like kind of doing tear sheets and
I
pulling
love
stuff
those
out.
days of magazines.
Yeah,
oh
like
man,
touch, like
there was
the
another magazine I used
sensory,
to get.
like
there were so
I can't
many.
remember. I can't remember. But I used to
Which
be
one?
obsessed.
Elle.
It
There
was
was
Elle.
I knew it. That's the one because it had all the products.
Yes.
And Allure,
Yes.
like
Glamour.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bazaar. Like we live in a great time.
Yeah.
honey.
Essence magazine.
Ebony.
Man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. No,
That was
it's-
a flash.
no, it's-
That was a great memory.
It
I
was
used to
so-
love magazines.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, literally. So, yeah, he got me those, and so that's where that all kind of started. So I would help him, and then when I, like I was saying, he got me my internship for People magazine. I ended up working in the specials department, which handled like the beauties, like the 50 most beautiful people, Style Watch, Fashion Week, Grammys. So I remember I went there, like I moved to New York, like during a blizzard. And, I was like, Mom, it's crazy. I hate it. Like, snow everywhere. I'm like, I don't even know how I'm going to get to work. And I was like amazed because the next day they had that snow pushed all covering cars.
Oh, heck no.
You know how they do. Like,
I know.
So I was just like,
I know.
I guess I'm going to work. But when I got there, I ended up covering Fashion Week.
Oh wow.
And it's a little taboo, but I interviewed Diddy and I interviewed Russell Simmons because they were at a Zach Posen show.
Okay.
And yes, girl. So it was like, I remember I met Leah Kabidi, like all these models that I had been looking at in magazines since I was like 14. So I was like,
Wow.
oh my God. So I ended up doing that. And so that's really where it started. So I was in school, a comm major in journalism. But as I began to write about fashion, I was like, I think I want to like work in fashion. So that's how it literally started.
Wow.
Just from like my dad just nurturing something he saw I was good at. Because he's like, you're kind of all right. I'll get you some magazines.
Kind of all right.
He was feeling like that. Yeah, so.
Well, that exposure is like none other. Getting a chance to work at Fashion Week. I mean, that's
It
like
was like, in like, how when you feel like your life is like this, like my dad used to say your life is like a movie. You like, usually most of the important things happen in the opening, like when the credits are still rolling. And it was like, in like hindsight, it was just so perfect that I don't even think I realized like the blessing.
Yeah.
I just was like, 20 and living and
Living
like,
your
okay,
best
yeah,
life,
yeah,
yeah.
like, okay,
Yeah.
So yeah, it was so random. But then when I graduated, after my parents paid all this good money, I was like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go be a journalist because they thought I would do sports.
Yeah.
So that was why, okay, go study communications. You can go be an analyst,
Okay.
But nope, it turned into fashion.
So how do you feel just about the change of how they dress to come to the tunnel now? Because it's a big change from back then.
Well,
Fashion has evolved.
Fashion
It definitely
always
has
does.
evolved. Definitely.
Fashion has evolved. And even when I was working, I love the fact that, like, I remember when I was at Louis Vuitton or at Gucci, and they didn't make anything bigger than a size 12 for men.
Mm.
And I remember just pounding like, I promise there's a market.
Yeah.
Promise there's a market. And then now, like, I think Gucci goes to like 17. Like
They
all
do,
these,
yeah,
all
they
these
do.
brands, they switched it up. But I've like to feel like I was one of the pioneering stylists that was on their head about it. But I think it's getting fun again because like some of the guys really like it. Like, and I'm not like I can't be partial because you know I work with these guys. But what is it? Shea Alexander.
Yes.
Oh, God. He's so good.
No, he's phenomenal.
Like, and I'm not talking about the game is impeccable,
Yes.
but I'm talking about the fits.
No, that's what I'm talking
fashion.
about. No, I'm talking about his fashion.
I'm talking about
Hands
the drip.
down,
Okay?
best dressed. He
What?
understands.
He-
Yes,
the assignment.
he really does.
Night in and night out.
Yes,
Okay.
he really does.
Clarkson too. Jordan is good.
Jordan does.
He looks amazing.
I think Russell Westbrook.
I love
dresses
Russell.
well. He
Russell
does.
because it's unique.
Yes.
And
Always
I think the
unique.
thing about like fashion, just like it's art, and you should have fun.
Yeah.
And you should express yourself.
Yeah.
Yes.
And the thing about Russell that I love is Russell is Russell. And I love a guy that's going to be themselves.
Yes,
Like,
yes.
okay, I'm into
Yeah.
that, you know, because
Yes.
it's like, everybody's like, it's so whimsical. And it's like, have you seen him on the court?
Yes.
Like, it's
Yeah.
all the same guy.
Yes.
So to me, it's like, that's on brand.
Yes.
You know?
I love those that have an outlet that they're actually
Yes.
doing something. And I think
Yes.
that's cool to see them in another light.
I love it. And I
Yeah.
love what LeBron is doing.
He's always fresh.
so fresh.
always
And
fresh.
it's like, I feel like he wears the veteran, like, hat so nicely because, like, he'll still put a suit on.
Yes.
And so, like, you know, he just gets it. And to me, he's been fun for a while as well.
Yeah.
So your face lights up when you talk about fashion.
It does. Your whole
Do
body.
Do you see yourself starting a menswear line? Where do you see yourself in connection to fashion?
Yes,
5
that
years from
is
now.
the goal,
Okay.
is a line.
Okay.
I've named it after my father and my grandpa.
Okay.
And it's going to be menswear. Sorry, ladies.
It's okay. Look, because
but I wear
wear
menswear,
men's stuff all the
so-
time.
And that's what I say,
Yeah.
like before, it's a line that, like, it's the clothes you want to steal from your boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, very, very, like, simple structure, like, good lines. There's, like, with guys, there's only, like, 5 pieces of clothing. Like, with
Mm-hmm.
us, it's way more detailed. And hem lines, bust lines, like, everything changes with us. But with
Yeah.
them, it's like a coat, a jacket, a pair of trousers,
Yeah.
some jeans,
Yep.
and a shirt.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
That's
So it's
literally
like,
it.
these are the things, the only thing over time and, you know, like, style-wise, it's just the fit. That's the only thing that changes. But it's still going to be those same 5 items for guys. It's just how you know, style it and do it.
So when do you see yourself launching?
I hope to launch by 27.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So we can be on the lookout.
Yes, I'm
Perfect.
working prayerfully
Yes,
on, like,
it's
my
gonna happen.
manufacturing and, like, who can convey what I want. And, like, of course, I had plans of doing it, like, after 2020, but then supply chain issues and, you know, we lived through that thing.
Yes.
So
Yep.
here we are now.
Yes.
So everybody's just trying to find their footing. So that is the goal
Okay.
for Lawrence Levi.
Well, before we wrap or close, I want to ask you a couple more questions. We do have a surprise for you. We have 2 surprises for you, actually. We'll show you one, but I also want to ask you, what part of your dad lives in you the strongest now, and what legacy are you building for yourself?
My thing with the part of my dad's legacy, especially with, like, the way of the world, one of his famous quotes was to never quit, like, to play till the clock stops.
Yeah.
Give it all you got,
Yeah.
you know. And so for me, whenever things get heavy, his quote was, quitting isn't an option.
Yeah.
So whenever I feel like I'm spinning out and crashing out, it's
Yeah.
just like, girl, you can't quit. So
Yeah.
figure out how to, like,
Yeah.
reroute this energy
Yeah.
to fuel you instead
Yeah.
of driving you crazy.
And you are pushing through. You're doing it as beautiful as ever. What's one thing you would tell your dad?
Thank you for being a living, beautiful example while we had you.
Yeah.
thank you for showing us and not just telling us.
Yeah.
Because talking is so cheap.
Yes.
And the more you live, the more you learn. He actually embodied what he said.
Absolutely.
So if anything, that's why, like, even when I want to quit, I can quit.
Well,
Do the impersonation.
Yes. I want to do the impersonation and then we'll do the surprise.
Yes.
So give
can
us your best.
Your best Wayman impersonation.
Yes. Girl, honestly,
Like, all I can do is smile. Like,
all you really need to do is smile.
I didn't hear that, so
Yes.
that's
Oh,
what I can
love
do.
it.
We can all, let's all give our best smile.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the
Just
best
smile
thing.
through it. I love that.
Yes. So we have 2 things we wanted to show you.
Thank
One,
you,
I
Evan.
almost ruined the first surprise, guys. I'm sorry. I'm really bad. First of all, no one ever needs to put me in charge of surprises, like ever. So let's do the video first.
Yes.
Aw, my boo.
Yeah.
Hey, Danny. I'm hopping on here to tell you that I'm so proud of you. I have always felt honored to be your little sister. I feel like you've always been the coolest girl ever. You have taught me so many things about culture, about fashion, especially about music, and has just made me definitely the woman that I am today. I love you. I thank you for being like a second mom to me, even though we're only 5 years apart. And I wish you the best and continued success in everything that you're doing. All right. Love you. Bye.
Oh.
You guys sure like to cut onions in this room, huh?
Evan, get the onions out of here.
Evan, get them out.
We got one more. We want you to open. This bag is,
Very large.
girl, you gotta,
You gonna help me, Rye?
let her open it.
I'm right there.
Yeah, let her open. She was trying to help you, but
So you
golly.
wouldn't fight with it.
I'll hold it for you.
But we got something for you.
Oh, how
The best
cute.
smile
Pull it,
ever.
pull it.
I know this will never replace me.
I know the mics are going crazy.
Oh, hi, Top Daddy.
Okay.
Hi, Daddy. We had to just.
Oh, this is beautiful. Thank you.
You're
little
welcome.
bud.
Yes.
Oh,
We
this
didn't
is-
want to take it out the plastic,
No.
but there's
Oh, this is
Wayman.
so sweet.
Yes.
Oh, you know I'm gonna have to fight my 3 siblings.
Oh,
about
I
this.
know.
Well,
that's-
you'll win. Just
Yeah,
fight them
you
all.
try.
Just fight them. Just
Oh, this is so sweet. This is awesome.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much,
We
friend.
love you, girl.
love you
Thank
so
you.
much.
You guys
Yeah, look
too.
at that.
Thank you.
He said hi,
Yes.
Top.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, Top Daddy.
Hi, Daddy. Just look at that smile.
Absolutely.
Just exudes so much joy.
Oh, that's so sweet, guys. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Well, thank you for coming
appreciate
and
you so much.
Absolutely.
sharing your story with us. We're honored just the fact that you felt comfortable enough to sit here with us and
Yes.
share. I know parts of it was probably tough, but thank
Yes.
you for
But like
being
your
with
dad,
us.
he said, you can't quit.
Yeah.
You can't quit.
Nope,
Yes.
Not an option.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for joining us on today's episode of Born to the Game with Miss Beautiful Danielle Tisdale. I'll see you next time. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, comment, share it with your mama, everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.